In this video, we will create endpoint groups, or sometimes we call it EPGs, and we will connect it to bare metal host. We will start a very simple design, a very simple application profile configuration. For those who are new to this channel, welcome. I am your host, name's Dean Armada, and I'm the Cloud and Data Center. Rock Talk! And on this channel, we talk about tech careers and certifications, trivia tutorials in cybersecurity, trivia tutorials in cloud and data center, and my journey as an IT instructor. So feel free to check out the rest of the channel and consider subscribing. Alright, I am back here in our APG GUI, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna create an application profile topology with 3 virtual machines. This is for inter-EPG in a layer 2 network. Okay, so before we create our EPGs, we're going to verify the 3 VMs and where are they connected. So we have 3 VMs here. It is named client, database server, and web server, all in pod 33. Okay, and these are connected to a virtual switch. So they're all using virtual switch 1. And here in vSwitch 1, we have 3 port groups. Okay, and with a VLAN ID of 2097, this is where client is attached. We also have VLAN ID 2098. This is where our database server is attached. And we have a port group with VLAN ID 2099, which is where our web server is attached. Okay, now what we're gonna do next is we'll go back to our APG. Okay, since we already verified the VLAN ID is connected to these 3 VMs, let's create our application profile. We're gonna create now our EPGs. Okay, so first, the EPG can be created under the left pane. So I can right click application EPGs and I can click create application EPGs. I can do that. Or here in the main pane, what I can do also is I can click this arrow on the upper right. Okay, this is next to tool icon. And then there's an option here, create application EPGs. But like what I mentioned, this is not how I work things. Okay, I always go for the easier, simpler way of creating configuration objects. And this is through the application profile topology page because it's already here. Look, we have contracts, EPGs, bare metal, VMware, etc. Okay, we also have layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 to 7 network. So when I create EPGs, I always go here and then look for the EPG icon. Okay, I will drag it and drop here in our main page here. Not page, but view here. So first thing is I'm going to create a client EPG -33 because this is the pod number we have, pod 33. Okay, and then I will associate our bridge domain, which is 33. I'm going to click OK now. Okay, so this is our first EPG. Our second EPG is the same. I'm gonna drag and drop, and then I will name this web 33 there, and I'm gonna associate BD-33, same as what we did in the previous EPG. Now we already have 3 EPGs, but this is not yet created or completely created. And why is that? Look, if I compare the application EPGs on the left pane, see that? We still don't have these 2 EPGs. Okay, please take note that when you do drag and drop in the main page or this main view, main topology view here, it doesn't create the objects automatically. You need to click the submit button first. So as I click the submit button, you will see 2 EPGs will be created. Okay, it will reflect in the left pane. Look at that. Okay, client, It should be client, not cleanet. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I will just delete and then I will recreate it. As you can see, it automatically deleted. Okay, so it reflected when you delete an EPG. And if I create or recreate it, client, okay, now we got the correct word, correct spelling. I'm gonna click OK, click submit changes. All right, now client 33 is added. So we already have two EPGs. Next, what we're gonna do is we're going to associate the server. I'm gonna drag and drop this bare metal server option, and what I did is I move it closer to the client EPG, and you see the dotted lines. Okay, that means as I drop it, okay, this will be associated or directly associated to that EPG. Now, the configuration is very easy. First, we will select the lab infra physical domain. This is already pre-configured. Okay, and the path will be the node 107, 108, and these are already VPC. The policy is already configured. So the name of the policy would be 107 to 108 VPC FIA, this one. So this is the policy group, VPC policy group that's already created. Okay, and I'm gonna specify the VLAN. The VLAN for the client would be VLAN 2097. Okay, the trunk mode, the encapsulation mode is trunk. Now, for me to save this configuration, what I need to do is click this arrow, and then you will see the update button here. I will click update, and now it's saved. I'm gonna close this window. Now I have a bare metal server. I will again drag and drop the bare metal server, and I will associate this to our web EPG. I will again select lab infra physical domain, and the path should be node 107 to 108. Again, this is the VPC policy. Okay, 107 to 108 VPC FIA there. And the VLAN should be VLAN 2099 there. I can hit the tab button so we can see the update button there. All right, I'm gonna click X, click submit. Okay, now we already have the bare metal servers connected to our EPGs. Take note, we use bare metal because we haven't really discussed the VMM, the virtual machine management. So in short, this VMware, the virtual machine management, is not yet ready. Okay, we haven't discussed the integration from APIC to VMware or vCenter. Now let us verify the bare metal configuration. So the domain name is labinfraphys. And we have the VLAN 2097, okay, 107 to 108 VPC FIA, that is correct. And let's compare 2099, 107 to 108 lab infra VPC FIA. So we already finished creating EPGs and bare metal server configuration. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna create a contract. Okay, so the contract will be created under this option, contract, and then standard. In the next video, I will show you how to create unused contracts. These are the policies between endpoint groups or EPGs.